Choshev Rabbonim, Rosh Yeshivas, Tayra Yidden, members of the press, friends, and fellow protesters. We're assembled here this afternoon because the homeland of the Jewish people is under attack. The homeland of the Jewish people is currently attacked by vile enemies who would see it destroyed. And we're here this evening to speak up for the defense of the homeland and to protect it from those who seek its destruction. The homeland of the Jewish people is the Torah HaKadoshah. Jews have no nationality and no nation state because unlike all the other ummahs who exist because of a common land, language, or culture, the Jewish people exist only because they accepted a common religion, because they accepted the Torah from Hashem on Har Sinai, in the desert, where we possessed no land, no territory, and no state. Hayom hazeh niyeh la'am. Today, the day of Kabbalas HaTorah, we became a nation. Within the borders of our homeland, the Torah, we flourish. Outside of its borders, we die. And our homeland has accompanied us into every territory that we have lived during the 2,000 years of exile. The world wonders how the Jewish people survived for 2,000 years in Golus with no political infrastructure, no army, no common land, language, and culture. But we don't wonder. We survived because we did not rely on an army, a land, or a culture for our survival. Armies are defeated, lands are conquered, and cultures come and go. But the Holy Torah is eternal, and its protection is eternal, and its people are eternal so long as they remain its people, the people of the Torah, the Jewish nation. We were a proud people, proud to be the custodian of the eternal book of books, proud to live our lives morally and in dignity and in conformance with the Ratzon Hashem. We had no aspirations to be great warriors, win Nobel Prizes or golden medals. We were proud to be pious, scholarly, and moral. We were proud to be Jews. When we prospered, we were proud, and when we were persecuted, we were proud. Especially when we were persecuted, we were proud because then we were proud that we were not our persecutors. We were proud that we were the oppressed and not the oppressors. When we were persecuted, we thanked Hashem every day that we were prophets and not persecutors. But there were those who were not proud. There were those who were ashamed. They loved the lifestyle of the anti-Semites. They envied their power, their ruthlessness, their tanks, and their planes. They were ashamed that a Jew is a Torah scholar and not a soldier. They were ashamed that Jews named their children Yisrael Meir, Velvel, or Yoeli, and not Nimrod or Omri. They were ashamed that the Jews would rather celebrate finishing a Masechta and not win a scholar championship, a soccer championship. They were ashamed that the Jews would rather invent a new pshat and a tosfos rather than a new form of martial arts. They looked at the Jew the same way the anti-Semite did, ugly, despicable, weak, and shameful. They looked at the Jew the same way, if we could imagine the way a gorilla would look at a Jew, pale, weak, and worthless. They were Jewish versions of the anti-Semites. They hated Jewishness and they hated Jews. They hated Judaism, but they could not live amongst the anti-Semites because the anti-Semites persecuted them too. Poor Koifrim. Whatever shall they do? Their solution was Zionism. Its goal, to destroy all that makes the Jews in their eyes so weak, so despised, to destroy all that makes the Jewish people so Jewish. They diagnosed what they called the Jewish problem, and they decided that the source of the problem is Judaism, the religion itself. If only we could get rid of Judaism and be more like our persecutors, our lives would be so much better. But don't believe me about this. Let's give the Zionists a chance to speak for themselves. I quote from one of their founding fathers, a man whose version of Zionism is the dominant one in Israel today. Vladimir Jabotinsky Shem Rishoyim Yirkov. And I quote, "What is a Zionist?" This is what he said. To imagine what a Zionist is, you have to take a Yid and imagine the opposite